Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about how to tackle that hidden chaos that seems to creep into every project. We're going to look at a tool that's super simple, but believe me, it's powerful enough to get your whole team on the same page, hitting deadlines, and staying on budget.
All right, let's just dive right in. I want you to think about something. Does your team's workflow ever feel like a total mess? You know that feeling, right? Where projects are technically moving forward, but if you're being honest, nobody really knows exactly what's going on, who's supposed to be doing what, or when anything is actually going to be finished. Yeah, if you're nodding your head right now, trust me, you are not alone. These are just classic signs that there's a problem with the process. Deadlines just sneak up on you. Team members accidentally redo work someone else has already done, and there's just this fog of confusion over everything. And it's all because nobody has a clear view of what's happening. But hey, don't worry, there is a really straightforward fix for all this.
So what's the solution? Well, it's something called a process management chart. And really, this is an essential tool for literally anyone who wants to deliver projects on time and just get more efficient. So what is it exactly?
Okay, so at its heart, it's just a visual summary of every single step in a process. The easiest way to think about it, it's like a master blueprint for your entire project. It lays out everything from the very first task, gathering your materials, all the way to the final inspection and sign-off.
And this is the key. The whole point, the core function, is just making the work visible. That's it. Because when you can see every task laid out in front of you, you can actually manage it. It takes the plan out of everyone's individual brain and puts it onto one shared map that the whole team can look at and follow.
And listen, this isn't some complicated, abstract idea. I bet you've actually seen these charts before, even if you didn't know what they were called. They're usually set up as a Gantt chart or just a simple bar chart. You know the ones, they have the tasks listed down one side, time going across the top, and then these bars that show you who's doing what and for how long. It's super clean, really simple, and you know what? Incredibly effective.
Okay, so we know what it is, but the big question is, why should your team actually bother using one? Well, it turns out there are 4 huge benefits that can honestly completely change the way you guys work.
So let's break down these 4 game changers.
Benefit number 1, it creates a single source of truth for everybody. When you have the whole process mapped out visually, everyone, I'm talking team members, managers, even your clients, they're all looking at the same thing. It just wipes out confusion. Because now, if anyone wants to know the status of something, they just look at the chart. That's it. No more guessing games.
Second, and this is a huge one, it actually helps you hit your deadlines. Think about it. When you break a massive project down into smaller, bite-sized tasks with their own little deadlines, you can spot a delay the second it happens. This helps you avoid that awful last-minute panic when you suddenly realize, oh no, we're way behind schedule.
All right, number 3, it just makes you way more efficient. As soon as the whole process is laid out where you can see it, you can instantly spot the bottlenecks. You start to see things like, hey, we could do these 2 tasks at the same time, or why are we even doing this step? It's just slowing us down. And get this, the source material pointed out that sometimes just by changing the order of a few tasks, you can cut the time it takes to do them in half. How cool is that?
And finally, benefit number 4. All of this, being on the same page, hitting deadlines, being more efficient, it all leads to one thing, reducing costs. Better efficiency means less wasted time, right? It means you can put the right people on the right jobs. It even helps you order materials more accurately so you're not overspending. It's pretty simple. A streamlined process is just a more profitable one.
So at this point, you're probably thinking, okay, this all sounds great, but it sounds like a lot of work to set up. Well, I've got good news. It's not. Let's actually walk through just how easy it is to make one of these for yourself.
And here's the best part. You do not need to be some kind of spreadsheet genius to do this. Seriously, there are tons of free, ready-made templates online that do all the heavy lifting for you. It makes getting started super fast and, honestly, pretty painless.
And you can probably use tools you already have on your computer. Microsoft Excel, for example, has a ton of templates you can download. But if you're working with a team, I've got to say, Google Sheets is fantastic for this. It has built-in Gantt chart and timeline templates ready to go, and the best part is the whole team can see it and update it in real time. No more emailing files back and forth.
And once you have a template, it's literally just 5 simple steps. Okay, step 1, list out every single task for your project. Step 2, give each of those tasks a start date and an end date. Step 3, assign someone to be in charge of each task. Step 4, open up that template you found. And finally, step 5, just fill in the chart with all that info. Boom, that's it. Your chart is good to go.
Okay, so now that we've got a handle on the process management chart itself, let's kind of zoom out for a second. Let's see how this one tool fits into the bigger picture of managing a whole production process.
So you might hear another term thrown around, production management, and it's really important to know the difference. What we've been talking about, process management, is all about the schedule for specific tasks. But production management, well, that's the big umbrella. It covers the entire system. We're talking planning, quality control, costs, the whole shebang. So our process chart is just one really important piece of that much bigger puzzle.
And this is a great way to think about it. If production management is the whole machine that builds your product, then process management is like one critical gear inside that machine. It's the gear that makes sure the assembly line of tasks keeps moving smoothly and on time. And you absolutely need that gear to be working perfectly for the whole machine to run at all.
So when you boil it all down, what's the most important takeaway? It all comes back to one word: visualization. When you can see your work, you can understand it. And when you can understand it, you can finally start to improve it. And that right there is the simple but really powerful idea behind this whole chart.
And that pretty much brings us to the end. So the real question I want to leave you with is this. Think about your own work right now. What's one process that could really use a little more visibility? Where are you going to begin to make things clearer for you and your team? Thanks so much for tuning in.